father's death. If you want to be alone, I'll leave, but if you want some company or someone to talk to, I'll stay." Adam just looked at her for a moment, saying nothing. Finally, he whispered, "You can come in." After entering the room, Kimmy closed the door behind her and walked toward Adam. As she got closer, she could see by his red-rimmed eyes that he had been crying. Quietly, she sat on the bed next to him. Years later, looking back on that evening, she would try to recall how it was exactly that she lost her virginity that night to Adam Keller. One minute, they were sitting quietly on the side of the bed together, talking seriously. The next, she was holding Adam in her arms, comforting him as he cried over the loss of his father. Somewhere in that mixture of girlhood, infatuation, grief, a desire to comfort, along with teenage hormones, she found herself under Adam on a stranger's bed, with her panties pushed down to her ankles, and Adam finding relief from his sorrow in the innocent body of a girl who adored him. She was lucky that she didn't get pregnant that night, since the spontaneous event did not include condoms. Yet their luck didn't continue, because by the next year, she became pregnant with Adam's baby. Chapter 1. "Getting a lender for that unit is turning into a bitch for my buyer." To a casual observer, it appeared Ed Jameson was leaning back in his office chair, talking to himself. As Kim approached Ed's desk, she already knew he was wearing his Bluetooth headset. He motioned for her to come closer, pointing to the empty chair by his desk. She wanted to talk to him about something. Kim sat down quietly, not saying a word, waiting for him to finish his call. He remained on the phone a few minutes longer, discussing the options for his buyer, who was having difficulty financing a purchase. Finally, he was off the phone, mumbling, "Damn banks," before turning his attention to his top agent, Kim Myers. Ed noticed she looked especially tired this morning. "I need to leave early for Coulson. If I can get things together, I plan to head out in the morning. I have a client coming in tomorrow afternoon, and I was hoping you could take care of him." "Can't imagine an agent passing up a client these days, but sure, no problem. Actually, I'm glad to see you've decided to spend a couple extra days with your mom. It's been a long time. What did she do to get you to come early for Thanksgiving?" "She was murdered." Kim blurted out the words, her expression blank. "Excuse me?" At first, he thought she was making some inappropriate joke, but that really wasn't her style. By her blank expression, Ed suspected she was in shock. "Kim?" Ed leaned forward, studying her face. He noticed her green eyes swimming in unshed tears. "I'm sorry," she whispered, embarrassed at her outburst. "I didn't mean to say it quite like that. I just can't believe it's true." "Good Lord, Kim. What happened?" He was tempted to rush to her side and give comfort, yet he knew better than to invade Kim's space. While they had a solid working relationship, Kim tended to keep her feelings to herself, and she rarely shared them with others. When dealing with her personal issues, Kim reminded him of a skittish wild animal who needed to be gentled before approaching. But even if you managed to get her to open up, there was no guarantee you could get close to her again. In one of the rare moments when she had discussed her personal life, he had learned she and her mother had a strained relationship. As far as he knew, Kim never returned to her hometown of Coulson after graduating from high school. The mother had visited the daughter a few times over the years, yet he had never met the woman. "I got a call last night." Kim stared blankly ahead as she explained, not looking